Hello students, good morning. Deepali ma'am here. Today we will start with lesson number 3, that is nature of matter. Matter is made up of materials. A material is a substance or a mixture of substances that constitutes or makes an object. Material can be pure or impure. It can be living or non-living. Materials is the study of materials as well as their applications. Material exists in two types, natural and man-made. This I have given in the flow chart. Natural examples I have given in three states of matter, that is water, wood and air, solid, liquid, gas. Man-made, plastic, soft drinks, chlorofluorocarbon. Again solid, liquid, gas. So this is the thing, materials from which the matter is made. Now matter exists in three forms: solid, liquid and gas. The three states of matter, the common example is ice, water and water vapor, which we have done in our previous class. All the things which we see around us are called as matter. Matter has physical properties as well as chemical. Physical means external properties, chemical means internal properties. Anything which has mass means weight and occupies space means they need the space. So that is called as matter. Matter is classified into three types: solid, liquid and gas. Here the properties are written also. These properties are according to the arrangement of particles in the states of matter. You can see in the solid the particles are very tightly packed and they are close to each other, so they cannot move. Hence solids have fixed shape and definite volume. Volume means the amount of capacity. In liquid the particles are less tightly packed and that's why the liquids can move. Liquids do not have a fixed shape, but yes, they have a definite volume. For example, half glass of water, if you put it in the water bottle, then also its quantity will remain the same. Gases neither have fixed shape nor definite volume. Yes, but gases can be compressed. Compressed means more amount of gas can be put in a small container. For example, gas cylinder at home. More quantity of gas is compressed, taken in a small container. So these are the properties which are given according to their particles. You can see solid particles are very close to each other, liquid particles are little bit far apart and gases particles are very far away. That's why their volume and shape is never same. Matter has many properties. It depends on its structure. It can be physical or chemical. You can see the arrangement of particles. If solids, until and unless external pressure or force is applied, till then the hard solid cannot change its shape. But soft solids, for example sponge, cotton, can change its shape when some of the force is applied. Some of them are flowing solids, for example talcum powder, sugar and salt. So these also come under solid category, but they are considered as flowing solids. Liquids, when we apply force or we apply little bit pressure, the liquid particles start moving or vibrating. Gases, the particles move on their own and it carries other particles also to move with it continuously. So according to these arrangement, there are physical and chemical properties of the states of matter. You can see the mind map is there for the physical and chemical properties of matter. Physical external properties, there is strength between the particles. Density means either it is more weight or it is of less weight. Hardness, it is rigid or it is soft, as I gave you the example of cotton and sponge. Flexibility, it can be twisted or turned. It depends on the state of matter as well as its strength also. For example, rope can be twisted and turned, but a hard solid like table cannot be done. Electrical conductivity, some matter are able to pass the electricity also. Thermal, then melting points, color, shape, size, smell. Smell is related mostly to the gaseous thing, because in gaseous state of matter the smell spreads very fast. The chemical properties, it can change into different substance. For example, when we burn the wood, then after burning the ash is left behind, or by burning paper ash is left, that is changes into different substance. That is the chemical property. Chemical reaction happens. Sodium and chlorine is given. There are many chemical reactions. For example, rusting of iron. When iron is rusted, so that is a chemical change in which a new state of matter, solid is there but new form is made. So these are the different physical and chemical properties of matter. It also depends upon what type of matter it is and what is its shape and size. So according to that also matter physical and chemical properties vary. Now one property of matter, that is transparency. The property of material which allows the light to pass through them is called as transparency or transparent material. Very common example is glass or pure water. So that is called transparent. Then comes opaque. Some materials which do not allow light to pass through them, they are called opaque. For example, thick plastic sheet, blackboard and all. And then comes translucent, which allow only partial light to pass through them. For example, polythene, or we can say vegetable polythene, white color or pink color. So these are the three things of matter. Another property is diffusion. The property of mixing of particles of two materials on their own is called diffusion. This happens because there is free movement of particles. For example, in liquid you can see the ink is put and slowly the ink mixes with the water and the water becomes blue in color. This is called as diffusion, mixing of two particles. Gases diffuse very quickly as compared to liquid because their particles are in constant motion, means they are moving continuously. So liquids can diffuse. Remember, solids cannot diffuse with each other because their particles are tightly held and cannot move very freely. For example, if we mix sand and stones, they will never mix with each other and we can identify them. This is because particles of liquid are able to move, so liquids diffuse, but they diffuse slowly. This is because particles in a liquid are not so free as the particles in gases are free to move. So this is called as diffusion. Another property is dissolution. When one substance mixes completely with another substance to give a clear solution, means one substance, that is solute, is dissolved. This property in which a substance dissolves another substance is called as dissolution. You can see in the first picture, salt is mixed with water. Salt is completely mixed, so that is dissolution. Second test tube, sand cannot mix properly, so that is not a dissolution. Third test tube, again sugar is completely dissolved in water, so that can be called as dissolution. Water can dissolve a large number of substances. This test tube shows the dissolution of solids in water. Some solids dissolve as well as some do not dissolve, which is shown in this picture. The maximum amount of substance that can be dissolved in a volume given of water is called as the solubility of substance. For example, we add 10 spoons of sugar in a glass of water. What will happen? We try to mix, it will not mix. But when we give temperature to it, when we give it heat, then the sugar will slowly dissolve, and then there will be dissolution, means sugar is completely mixed with water. So that is called as saturated solution, which we have done in previous class. But if again we add 15 more spoons of sugar and give temperature, then sugar will not mix. So that is unsaturated solution. By giving temperature, when the solute is mixed with the solvent, that is called as saturated solution. A solution which cannot dissolve more amount of given substance at a given temperature is called saturated solution. Effect of temperature is always there on solubility. If the temperature is increased, that is on heating a solution, the solubility of the substance will also increase. So temperature affects a lot. This picture shows dissolution of liquids in water. Some liquids are soluble in water, that is they can dissolve in water. Some liquids are insoluble. You can see in the picture the lemon juice is dissolved in the water completely, but the oil is not at all dissolved in the water. So dissolution means completely mixing. So lemon juice containing test tube shows the dissolution, as well as the mustard oil containing test tube does not show the dissolution. So dissolution depends on the type of solute which is added to the solvent. If it is completely mixing, then only dissolution can happen. This image shows the dissolution of gases in water. Some gases are able to dissolve in water. Very common example is soda water, which is prepared by dissolving CO2 gas in water. So here you can see in the picture also, soda water is prepared, CO2 gas is added. Many times oxygen gas is also dissolved in water. The aquatic animals are able to breathe the dissolved oxygen in water. The oxygen is used by the aquatic animals to breathe. Gases like helium and hydrogen will never dissolve in water, while some gases will be able to dissolve in water. The solubility of a gas in water decreases when there is increase in its temperature. Means more amount of hot water, more temperature, there will be less chances of solubility of gases. So children, we have learned these properties of matter which exist in three forms, namely solid, liquid and gas, and these were the properties which we had discussed on the basis of their appearance, transparency and solubility. So these were the three states of matter. We had discussed its properties. The common example, water I have given here. The solid state ice, liquid state water, and the gaseous form is water vapor. And the molecular structure means how is the arrangement of molecules in the particular state of matter, that is also given here. You can see the bonding between the solids is very tight, in liquids it is very less, and gases there is no bonding at all. So here we end the chapter. Picture is given here of changes in the states of matter and what are the names of the processes when solid is changing to liquid or liquid to gas, and many of the states of matter are reversible. So these are the names which are given. Solid when changes to liquid, melting. For example, when ice melts, if we want to change liquid to solid, it is freezing. Liquid to gas, condensation and boiling. Then there is deposition and sublimation. Gases, children, you can see diffusion process we had discussed. One example I wanted to give. For example, we light the incense stick. The fragrance also incense stick or agarbatti spreads in the whole house. So that is because the fragrance is mixed with the air particles and it is spread everywhere. For example, food is cooked, then also the fragrance spreads everywhere because the food spreads the particles in the air and we can smell the fragrance. So thank you students. Now see the video and listen it to carefully and prepare the flowchart according to that.